Welcome back to another episode of 2 Minutes with an ARTeater. As always, I'm your host, Kayla Kitos. Today, I'm very excited to introduce the fabulous Chloe King.
Hi, y'all.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Let's get started. What is your year, major, and pronouns?
I am a third-year M.F.A. directing student, and my pronouns are she, her, hers.
To start us off, how did you get involved with the arts, specifically directing?
Well, when I was in kindergarten, I was in a production of Rainbow Fish, and they put a bunch of scarves on me, and I was like, oh, I think I need to do this for the rest of my life.
Started out young.
Yes.
That's great.
But directing specifically in undergrad, I had a really amazing directing professor, and got to work on some great shows with her, and it just felt like the right thing.
Mm-hmm. It's your passion.
Mm-hmm.
What makes your directorial style stand out? Like, do you think you approach material differently than others?
Yeah, I'm really interested in how movement can be utilized to help the progression of a story. So a lot of the shows that I do, I'm also a fight choreographer, but a lot of the shows that I do will be work that I can see also manifesting in some physical way. Not that I necessarily try to put it on top of things, but if I find a show that I'm like, oh, this would work really well with some movement highlighting sections of it, that's what I'll be drawn to.
Tell us about the upcoming UCI Drama production, The Effect.
Yeah, so The Effect is something I've wanted to direct for about 5 years. When I initially applied for rights, they were only doing them in England because Lucy Preble is an English playwright. So I was very excited when it was brought up during season planning committee that this would be a potential. A lot of it for me is about speaking about mental health. It's a production where there are two people who are taking part in a medication trial surrounding depression. And especially with the last 2 years and everyone being isolated, I think that people who didn't have experiences with mental health kind of got a brush with what that feels like. And people who maybe were in a healthier place, 2 years of isolation is a very long time. So I think that we kind of are at a place right now where we can have a more productive conversation about mental health and about what it means to be neurotypical or neurodivergent, and does that even exist, right? I think when Lucy Preble wrote the show, she really was trying to look at the merits of medication. It's kind of inherent in the script, and that's something that I really am trying to stray away from with this production, because while we are just getting to the point where we're seeing the long-term side effects of using medications like antidepressants, I know a lot of people who probably wouldn't be alive if they didn't have medication. So the conversation that I want to have is more of one of humanity. What does it mean to have bodily autonomy? And really an exploration of these characters' lives who come into the study thinking that they know exactly what it's going to look like and how they interact with the world when they're surprised. Yeah.
I love how you summed all that up. That was really beautiful. And it's perfect that it is a show that needs to be seen right now. From that note, I think it's time for speed round. So I know kind of a switch of the conversation, but answer as fast as you can.
Okay.
Sorry to make a mood change, but favorite Disney character?
Oh my gosh, Thomas O'Malley.
Oh,
I wanted to be him when I grew up.
Favorite snack?
Ice cream, vegan ice cream.
Oh my god, I'm vegan too.
Yes.
Vegan ice cream, Trader Joe's. Best play of all time?
There's a play called The Father that I just recently saw that, like, I don't cry. I was crying for, like, the last 20 minutes. Like, embarrassing, like, snot running down my face crying.
I'm a crybaby, like, all the time, so I would definitely cry.
Yes.
Lastly, what sound does an anteater make?
Zat, zat, zat.
Yay! That's a wrap. Thank you for chatting with me today. It was so much fun.
Thanks, Kayla.
Remember to go see The Effect. Tickets are on sale now. Again, I'm Kayla Kitos. Stay safe and zat, zat, zat.